I didn't think that we were going to have another story to tell when it comes to the Anheuser situation, but we do. We do have one. Turns out over the weekend, the CEO of Anheuser-Busch decided to give a little bit of an interview to the Financial Times. This guy should stop doing interviews because every time he comes out and talks about this and doesn't apologize to someone, it just riles people up again. Now he's kind of saying this is your fault for making a big deal about this because it's not really a big deal. It was just one can. He's saying the same thing again, but now he calls it all social media misinformation. Yeah, that's right. It's not real. It's all big fib. It's a lie. It's not real. It was a joke. No, he didn't say that. But yeah, this one's funny, ladies and gentlemen. This one's funny. He's basically blaming social media. All they're doing is pointing at everybody but themselves. That's what I find funny about this. Doubling down yet again on this dumb excuse that it was an outside agency that did this, even though you literally have a video of their own executive in marketing saying why she did it and why it was a good thing and how they need these new people and this new audience and they're trying to grab Gen Z and all this shit. But yeah, it was an outside agency. Sure. No one's buying your bullshit, man. But let's go ahead and just get into this because this is a funny one. So he's talking to the Financial Times and he says, people often talk about the topic in social media like noise. You have one fact and every person puts an opinion behind the fact and then the opinions start to be replicated fast on each and every comment. By the time that 10 or 20 people put a comment out there, the reality is no longer what the fact is, but it is more about what the comments were. The global CEO added, we never intended for it to make general production and sale for the public. It was one post. It was not an advertisement. It was an advertisement. That's why you did it. Okay? This is the same thing as taking a sponsor. I haven't taken many sponsors on this channel. One I did take was Ridge Wallet. I haven't done one for them in a long time, but I still think it's a good product. I'm not being paid to say that. I still use my Ridge Wallet. I like it, right? But they paid me to do a sponsorship. They paid Dylan too. Dylan got money to do this. Where do you think that money came from? It came from Anheuser-Busch. It is an advertisement. It's not one post. That's such a stupid wordage. A lot of people do that. You seek out influencers and you pay them to support your product. Hopefully getting business out of it. A lot of channels have sponsors. That's the same shit. This was a sponsorship. Budlight sponsored those videos by Dylan. It's not an outside source. Your executive, I don't remember, was it the vice president of of marketing? Either way, she was high up. She set this in motion. It was an advertisement. So what if the can was never going to be sold? That's not the point. The point is you threw your hat in on the culture stuff. And once you do that, this is what happens. But you're not going to sneak out of it. You're going to have to pick a side now. You have to, because you can't just stay silent on this. You see what silence is doing. Now, maybe in a couple of months, if you just sit through the wreckage, it'll go away. What does your company look like after that, though? That's the crazy thing. But this coming out with this neutral political shit that's not even that good, to be honest, it's not helping you at all. In fact, this makes it worse because now you're blaming the people. Now you're blaming kind of the customer. I would say the fans, but this isn't an, I don't know if, can you say fans of Bud Light or consumers of Bud Light? I don't know. But let's get more into this. Explaining what he claims happened as the misinformation took hold. He said, As the rumor that it was a campaign spread, he said there were videos of billboards showing the Dylan Mulvaney can digitally, and 10 million people were watching and commenting. That had nothing to do with Bud Light. It was just like pure social media creation. I don't know what this billboard he's talking about is. That thing that can billboard thing post, whatever he's talking about, that's not them. But the video posted by Dylan is you. You paid for that video to be made. I doubt they just sent Dylan the can and the video just got made on the appreciation of the can. No, the can and the video were posted on a sponsorship partnership. So you can spin it however you want, but the fact remains that's what it was. That's what it was. That had nothing to do with Bud Light. It was just like pure social media creation, he said. The comments come just after 1 week after he told investors that we need to clarify the facts that this was one camp, one influencer, one post, and not a campaign. It was like, what does this campaign have to do? Either way, one influencer, one post, one camp, that was still paid for by Bud Light. And if you wouldn't have had the backlash that you got, you'd have kept doing it. You would have kept doing it. And that's a fact. So the rest of the article kind of just goes over what we've already gone over, but what an idiot this guy is. This is why, in that last video I talked about, you might see this guy get fired. You probably will see this guy get fired. He is an idiot. This is the third time now because, well, let's see, how many times have they come out and talked about stuff? They came out that one time and like right at the beginning and did that, we didn't mean to cause any feathers to be ruffled, and we want to get to the heart of the nation and talk to people. That didn't settle anybody. Then they sent that letter to retailers and wholesalers. Then they had the earnings call, and all three times there's been huge, huge backlash. Now it's going to happen again because this dope went to the Financial Times and pretty much blamed you and said, well, this wasn't our fault. It's your fault. You're the ones that blew it up on social media. It was just one time, bro. It was one time because you got a ton of backlash when you did it the one time. And if it hadn't happened, you'd have done it again. Stop lying. Either pick a side or shut up. That's really your options. Pick a side or shut up. People, how are these people CEOs? These are the dumbest people I've ever seen sometimes. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.